So our transportation this year is actually functioning better than it has in prior years because there's more time in between routes. And a big part of that is that we reduce the length of the high school day.
That's, the research is very clear. My experience is very clear. If you're, from my perspective, if you're a student who goes to bed at 10:30 or 11 or 11:30, whatever time you go to bed, you're going to go to bed that time, no matter what time your high school starts. So when we moved, just about everybody, and as we looked at it, we were getting an extra hour of sleep. That had a very positive impact, not only on the academics first period, but the athletics. It had a very positive impact on our athletic program.
We'll get so much more out of them if they're more well rested. You talk about student engagement. It's not about the time in a class. It really is about the quality, how they feel about being in that class. Really, like I said, the conversation needs to continue. And if you need to shorten your day or to give add non-structured time in your day to make a later start time work with transportation, with sports, with anything, I think that has to be part of the conversation. I have tomorrow at my current school, we have a zero period, which is about an hour in the middle of the day where kids are not scheduled. We'll get so much more out of them if every single one of them finds a place, they're working, they're socializing. It's a very healthy practice. And I think it's just a way of treating our kids better. And so that is absolutely part of the conversation. And if you're just trying to preserve, the 7 hours and 1 minute of a school day that you've always had, and you're just moving your start time later and trying to preserve those minutes, I think this has to become part of the conversation that maybe we don't need all those minutes.
Like if you look at a high schooler's day, if a high schooler comes into school at 7:40 a.m., school ends at 2:40 p.m., I've already said the majority of our kids are athletes or performers or involved in some other activity. They're here usually until close to 6 p.m. doing one of those activities. They get home and then they have about another 2 hours worth of homework on average. And we know that from the surveys we've conducted with our students. Our kids are pulling 12-hour days, day after day after day after day. I'm a 49-year-old superintendent. I had a 12-hour day yesterday because we had a board meeting last night. Today, I'm a little bit tired. We are doing that to our students every single day. And then we wonder why they're breaking down and they're having emotional problems and they're depressed and they're school avoidant and they're anxious. And it's not all the school's fault, obviously. There are many factors that are contributing to this. But we ask ourselves, what do we take away? What are we trying? How do we alleviate what is happening here? Or are we just feeding the beast